right, who do y'all think is going to be AFC?
It's going to be the Chiefs.
It's got to be the Chiefs.
Okay, who else? Who's the other side?
I mean,
I have my opinion, but
I like the Ravens, I guess, but to be honest with you, they lost a lot to free agency, but they do have like the Derrick Henry thing, but I'm not super like sold on the idea that they're gonna be like super like really unstoppable with the run game or whatever. But we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be a tough year.
Yeah,
I think so. We'll see.
Because I will say this, 'cause Jesse and Brandon always point this out. Like I said, I'm a massive Lamar Jackson fan. Like the year before he won the Heisman, I was already high. I was high on him. Like, this man's a dog, and they point something else, which is very true. It's like, until this guy can win a game with his arm in the playoffs, like, it's hard to bet for them. And then from the outside looking in, I was like, they were already like the #1 run offense last year, right? So they just they're going to be like even more of a #1 running offense, I guess.
But you got to understand that running the ball is actually smart because it decreases your chance of turnovers.
Yeah,
and you control the clock.
Yeah, I get 100%. I get 100%.
They were definitely the #1 team in the league last year.
Yeah,
I think they had the #1 defense and offense.
They were the #1 team. They should have won the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
I remember watching that game, and I think we all kind of, I forgot who I was talking to about this, but I said that I think Lamar Jackson was trying too hard to like play to what people thought he should play like. Instead of running the ball, he was like, no, I'm gonna win with my arm. He would just like hold the ball. Yeah, and then also there was the fumble on the 1 yard line.
To Zay Flowers.
Yeah, to Zay Flowers. Like, it literally fumbled on the 1 yard line, and then they basically wiped at least 3 points off the board.
Then, the Chiefs didn't have a very strong run defense, right? They couldn't really stop the run. So that was like really interesting. I think they were just trying to play checkers when they should have just played chess.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, I think they just had the wrong game plan and it just kind of backfired.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you, Brandon? Who do you think the top two are? AFC.
Unbiased.
I know what you want to say.
I know he's going to Bengals. Right? The Bengals are pretty good though this year. We'll see.
Okay.
If Joe Burrow stays healthy.
You can say
Unbiased.
if you truly think it's the Bengals, you can say the Bengals.
Unbiased.
Bengals.
#1. We were winning a minimum of 11 games this year. But #2, I hate to say it, but the Chiefs are always up there. But I think on paper, I think the Texans should be up there too.
Oh,
It's so funny you said that because, like, in my opinion, I think the top two teams in AFC are the Texans and the Chiefs. The reason why is because I think the Chiefs, because of Patrick Mahomes, because it's hard to argue that he's the best player in football, man.
Yeah, man.
They loaded up their offense.
It's like, to me, it's like they are #1 until somebody like upsets them, and #2. Like, my team is in the AFC South, and it's hard for me to admit it, but I think it's the Texans. I think the Texans is gonna be hard to beat.
You're a Titans fan?
I'm a Titans fan.
Titans.
I'm a Titans fan, but I will admit I think the Texans are gonna beat that squad. Their offense got better because, like, I don't think Diggs is. I don't think Diggs is as good as he is anymore, but I think he's gonna be really good for that offense because he makes a good second option. I think Nico Collins is still gonna be #1.
Did you say he's already
Nico
fighting?
Collins was crazy, man. That dude's insane.
Stroud, and you got to admit, Stroud is a top 5 quarterback in the league. I'm gonna say I think Stroud is a top 5 quarterback.
That
in
dude
this
has
league.
so much IQ, like football IQ too. Like, it's crazy to argue with that, but
He's, to me, I told Brandon this. I said, dude, CJ Stroud is basically like Joe Burrow to me. Like, to me, I don't think the skill gap between him and Joe Burrow are that far. Their skill wise, I think they're like on par with each other. And I think Joe Burrow is a top 5 quarterback. I think CJ Stroud is a top 5 quarterback. Yeah, and that defense, they added people on that defense.
that's true.
Wait, so CJ Stroud, one, that man plays with so much poise. Two, just see Stephon Diggs was like, they like zoomed on him fighting with CJ Stroud, right? Like, man, this man's already causing problems. and then 3, you said that the Chiefs loaded up on offense. What do they do?
Well, now I don't know what's gonna happen, but Rashee Rice.
Oh yeah.
If he doesn't get suspended, besides Travis Kelce, he'll be the #1 receiver. We got Hollywood Brown. They drafted Xavier Worthy. Pacheco's gonna be RB1.
You know,
mean-
a lot of people are low on the new receivers for the Chiefs.
It's better than last year.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I agree,
Better
but a
than
lot of people are
Kadarius
low
Toney.
on them for some reason. A lot of the sharp betters. I
Yeah.
don't know why, but
Wait, I have a question. What? Like I said, I'm not as deep into it now. Why has no one said Miami? Just a random question.
Dolphins?
Yeah, why not the Dolphins?
I mean, I mean that's true. They did, I guess, improve, right? But I don't know. It's gonna. I feel like they have a pretty tough schedule. I think,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we'll see. They have a lot to prove. I mean, they might make a wild card round.
Mm-hmm.
I could definitely see that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know, man.
I'm only saying because
don't
wasn't
know.
Jalen Ramsey like hurt for the majority of last year, and then one of their DNs was out for the whole year with a torn ACL.
yeah, they had a lot of injuries.
They had a ton of injuries on defense. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they should. I'm just giving.
But you know, they struggle with teams that are rated like over 500. You know that?
Dang.
Yeah. So like they struggle with like the good teams. So like they
Oh.
struggle. So when they do go, if they do go make it to the playoffs, they're not going to be the number one seed, right? So
Mhm.
they're going to have to play in the wild card rounds. And I think, I mean, just historically speaking, they've just been struggling with like the really good teams who have like really good game
Oh.
plans for their schemes and stuff. You know.
Gotcha. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So yeah, I'm
Hmm.
not really super high on them. So.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I was just pondering because I don't know. I just saw the top 100 list. I saw Tyreek Hill was number one, so I had to ask.